Hey, your boyfriend though.
For the 9th annual Thanksgiving Hoopfest, brought to you in part by the Witherspoon Law Group, Nike, Gatorade, the McDonald's.
Welcome back to the 2017 Thanksgiving Day Hoop Fest. I shouldn't say Thanksgiving Day, but I should say Thanksgiving Hoop Fest. We are live from Sandra Meadows Memorial Arena in Duncanville, Texas, home of the Duncanville Panthers. Coming up, Scottlandville versus Little Elm. And, of course, my name is Francois Ransom. Alongside doing color is Michael Christian. And, Mike, this may be the showcase game of the day just because of R.J. Hampton, the 6'5 sophomore who's everybody's trying to recruit, and obviously Javante Smart for Scottlandville that went for 27-6 just at the end of the first half yesterday.
Yes, Javante Smart, the signee for LSU, put on a great display yesterday, ended up with 43, like 9 assists and 10 rebounds, a very prolific scorer, and a heady point guard.
Yeah, and so, I watched Javante Smart play yesterday, and I haven't seen R.J. Hampton yet. I've heard a lot about him, but this will be my first time seeing him in live action. But the thing about Smart is he's a commander-in-chief on the floor. He's always talking, communicating with his teammates both on offense and defense. And he seems to play under control all the time. He's not an erratic player, or at least that's not what I saw yesterday.
Showed a lot of control, sets the tone for his team, and he follows up with a great performance. And I'm ready to see what he does today against R.J. Hampton Jr. out of Little Elm. I've had the opportunity to see him play earlier this year against DeSoto. DeSoto had too much for him, but he did do a pretty good job. Let's see what he does today.
Well, we're getting ready for the tip. Scottlandville versus Little Elm. The Scottlandville Hornets versus the Little Elm Lobos. The starting lineup for Scottlandville is at guard Javante Smart, Reese Beekman, David Thomas. At center Jonathan Harden and Brandon Harden. And for Little Elm, R.J. Hampton, Javion Williams at guard, Ike Igwu Will Harris at forward, and then Brandon Crossley at the other guard. The officials for the game were George Washington, Eric Walker, and Donnie Rayford. And we're underway as Javion Smart has the basketball in his hands.
Right away, we see the matchup we want to see, stepping up to the challenge. But right away, Javonte Smart taking off where he left off yesterday with a 3 in the face.
A facial from the top of the key. 3 ball in the corner pocket.
And at the other end, Javonte is guarding RJ as well.
So it looks like we got the one-on-one matchup we were looking for. Smart with the ball. And what a move by Smart to pull up jumper. And boy, he's on fire right out of the gate. He's got 5.
This young man is smooth, smooth, smooth. Talking on defense as well. We talked about earlier, letting people know, talk to me on defense.
And R.J. Hampton rises with the sky jumper at the free throw line. Ball almost stolen by number 2, Javion Williams. Good defense. They tried to get the basketball up the floor. Not successful as Javion Williams makes a terrific play on the ball.
That was a bad call by the referees. It was obviously off of White. It's a bad call once again. The referee's not doing their job. It's messing up the game. Let's go, refs.
Come on, there's 3 of you out here, so between the 3 of you, you ought to be able to make the right call.
Man.
R.J. Hampton, jumper no good from the left elbow, and here comes Javion Smart.
That's what's separating him from all the other guards. He doesn't force things. He does. Oh, by the way, they just took it out the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah, and they called charging. That's just really good defense. I thought the move he made was there for a moment, but they converged inside the paint. Really good job of getting in position to take the charge.
Yes, indeed. Way to help on defense.
Little Lamb moving the basketball. Hampton, high pick and roll. Way to come out on the screen. Cross-court pass, nobody home in the left corner. And Hampton is trying to explain.
That's a good show on
That's
a good show on the help from Jonathan Horton, as he did yesterday. He showed to be a nice, sturdy big man down low for Scottlandville.
Yeah, he's a Ben Wallace kind of player.
And only a sophomore.
Smart with the ball. Smart. Pull up 3. And he's off. Sky rebound by number 32, Ike Igwu. Hampton pushing the ball. Little Lamb. And tries to finish with his right hand. And it was going in, and they're going to call basket interference, and they're not going to allow the basket.
Basket interference against Little L. No basket.
And the ball was going in.
Yes, it was.
I really don't blame him for that. That's just tenacity. Just have to have a little bit more awareness on a play like that. Smart. Great handles. Good movement with the basketball. And the 3 ball by number 10, David Thomas. And I know yesterday when I watched them play, David Thomas made some key threes.
Yes, he did.
When you go to sleep and you think it's all Smart, they will make shots around him.
It's definitely by committee. Even though you have one standout person on the team, it's a team concept.
Hampton.
Good closeout defense.
Yeah, good closeout defense. The ref calls a foul on David Thomas.
Once again, I didn't see that foul either.
I don't know what they're calling. And then the defense goes to sleep on the backside, and number 12, who is not on my sheet, scores the basket on the finish with the right hand. Smart with the ball, top of the key. Acts like he's going inside, watched by Hampton. Gets past Hampton and throws it up, and the foul as he got by him to the right.
Personal foul, Little L, number 14,
Javonte White is showing a great command of the basketball right now.
Smart.
You know, he could have forced the three, even though he had the
Yeah.
guy beat him several times. He could have pulled the
He
three, but he
could have.
got the shot he wanted, which is a result at the free throw line, and he's shooting the lights out from the free throw line.
Yeah, and as you mentioned earlier, he's a very, very smooth operator. I hate to be cliche, but he really is. As he drains both free throws, the basketball not touching the rim at all. Here comes Little Elm. Brandon Crossley. NBA three, way off on the left side of the backboard. An ill-advised three from too deep out. And here comes Javonte Smart. And pull up from the outside once again as David Thomas, three ball, corner pocket.
Once again, Javonte White could have forced a three-point shot, but being unselfish.
Yeah, and they got Javion Smart, or Javonte Smart, for holding right there, and I saw it too. He grabbed him. He played good defense at first, and then when he tried to go right, he grabbed him. Good call by the official. R.J. Hampton with the jumper from about 12 feet out on the left corner. And they called charging with the forearm.
Jonathan Horton, his first personal foul, 14 fouls against the Hornets.
Great pick by the young sophomore. I thought he was there. Referee saw it a different way. He ran him off like he's supposed to. Hey, big man stood still, and he ran into a brick wall.
He did. R.J. Hampton, they double him. And the three-pointer
By Javion.
by Javion Williams. And Smart answers with the three. Perfect rotation on the basketball from the top of the key.
So easy and so smooth with it. So easy and so smooth. The young man doesn't seem to get flustered. He does everything nice, and she looked like George Gervin out there. I know just the way he's smooth, looks so effortlessly. He just does it so smooth.
And I'm not sure what the call was just then. Was it a warning on the head coach for Scottlandville or what? The hierarchy three again. Smart doing it all, rebounding the basketball. And they're going to call the foul, I believe, on Brandon Crossley.
I think what Scottlandville is trying to do is take away RJ off the offense and let the off guard Javion shoot most of the balls today because they're running a double team at RJ. He's doing a good job of getting the ball out of his hands, but his counterpart has to make some shots. That's money.
Three ball, short. Rebound, Igwu. Here comes R.J. Hampton. Looking, goes away from the screen, pulls it back outside, and they come with the high pick and roll. He goes inside. Strong move by R.J. Hampton as he splits his legs right before he lays it in.
That was a good move in avoiding the charge.
Ball to Reese Bigman. Over to Brandon Harden. He's got Smart. He decides not to take the three, then he takes it and drains it. And he hits from anywhere on the floor. It just doesn't matter.
This young man is exuding so much confidence out there on the court, and it shows in his game, and it cannot stop this young man. Good box out.
Yeah, Hampton, not a good shot that time. He forced that one.
Way
and the follow by Igwu after the missed jump shot. And that looked to me like it's off Little Elm. It looked like it went off Javion Williams.
Somebody decided to make a call finally, Francois.
Yeah. As Reese Bergman tried to go under the basket down the baseline, out of control though. And they let Smart alone again. And somebody better try to guard him or he'll have 30 in the first quarter.
Great patience waiting on the screens, running the man off the screen. She's shooting free throws from the three-point line.
Exactly.
Boy, everybody else is working hard to get his shot off. He's making it too easy.
And the jumper is missed by number 12. Smart. Somebody better guard it. It might be time to call timeout, but they're not going to do it. 25-15. Scottlandville, the Hornets up by 10. 48 seconds left to go. R.J. Hampton back out for the rainbow three, way off to the left side of the rim. And here comes Bigman. On the break to Smart, and he throws the ball away.
He had a man open in the right corner, but I think he wanted to go for the gusto and let him get a dunk or something. But, man, it's Devontae White. Woo-wee. Yeah. Oh, boy. Oh,
Smart.
Man.
Devontae Smart.
I'm sorry, excuse me. Man.
Yeah.
My goodness.
He is really the game evidently slows down for him because it's just effortlessly he's doing whatever he wants to do. Officials timeout on the floor, and they're subbing for number 12, and I don't have a name for him as it's not on my roster, so we'll try to get that for you by halftime. Ball inbounded to R.J. Hampton. I'm assuming they're going to go for one shot as there's 30 seconds left to go in the first quarter. And the steal by David Thomas, who knifed into the passing lane, and they go right back to Smart with 12 seconds left to go for a final shot in the first quarter.
Once again, being under control, could have went for a fast shot, took his time, hits the open man, bingo.
And once again, number 10, David Thomas, is on fire, and R.J. Hampton from the right side of the half-court lane. And you talk about a clinic being put on by Javonte Smart. At this point, seeing him for the second time, Mike, he is nothing short of sensational.
Well, I kind of figured that as of yesterday, it wasn't no fluke because it was consistent through the whole course of the game. And right away, he took off where he left off yesterday, playing under control, stepping up to the challenge, guarding the main man from the other team, and giving him the business.
And the rest of his teammates are doing a good job of playing off of what he's doing. They're being patient. They're always being where they're supposed to be. So when the ball comes to him, now David Thomas can set his feet and drain the three-pointer. I think he's got 3 in the first quarter.
I think he does also. Yesterday it was Brandon Horton. Now it's the other gentleman. He has 3 open three-pointers. He can set his feet, twist the ball, and still shoot the ball before the defender's there because Devontae White is commanding not only a double team, almost a triple team, which was leaving all his teammates wide open.
Yeah, and it looks like when R.J. Hampton's got the ball going this way, they were trying to trap him to get the ball out of his hands, make him pass it, make someone else beat him. And it looked like, for the most part, that was working in the first quarter.
Yeah, but they buckled down, that is Scottlandville, and got to their defensive principles, running my man off the ball and getting good help side and talking on defense and sacrificing for your other teammates, and it's looking easy out there.
Well, it makes it a whole lot easier when there's communication. When you're talking to your teammates, communicating, telling them what they need to be doing.
And it's coming from your point guard, and it's a trickle-down effect to the whole team. If your main man on the team can communicate with others, so can you.
Absolutely. Coming from your best player, that just gives them a burst of energy. Good decision by David Thomas not to take the 3 ball. Smart inside, moving to David Thomas, sets his feet and drains yet another 3. As if he has to take a jump shot, Mike, it may be a little bit different if you're closing out on him. But if you let him set his feet and take that set shot, you can count it.
Almost shooting a free throw, Francois, and once again, uncontested three-pointer. Uncontested is the key word. No one's in a vicinity to put a hand out, and no one's trying to close out.
And right now, Scottlandville has a 16-point lead. They're up 31-15. We just started the second quarter. And if you're just joining us, thank you very much for being with us at the 2017 Thanksgiving Hoopfest. We are coming to you live from Sandra Meadows Memorial Arena here in Duncanville, Texas, and the crowd is kind of filled up the stands a little bit as I look around. We got a lot more people coming to watch the game, and especially this one, as we've got two players that are exclusively on stage right now and probably being recruited, Mike, by virtually every scout in the country.
Right now, one is already signed with LSU, if I'm not mistaken, Javonte Smart.
Yeah, Smart already
and
the
one's a sophomore. He has a little bit of time on his to get everything together. But the thing about it right now is Javonte Smart and his teammates are commanding respect out here, coming out of state to a foreign territory and implementing their game plan and imposing their will on two teams in 2 days.
Yeah, and right now they've got Little Elm a little out of sorts. And I guess I say still being recruited because, as you well know, Mike, until the player signs for their classes, it's not official. They can always back out of a national letter of intent.
Yes, sir. But I'm thinking they won't let him get out of their backyard because the LSU really needs him right now. And another three-pointer, as we were talking, set up by the unselfish play of Javonte Smart once again.
Once again.
I think he's thriving on his teammates scoring.
Oh, he is.
You see him smile. He could have shot that ball. He was wide open. But he drew the other defender and kicked it to the right again for another open three.
And he's such a terrific offensive player, but he's not a selfish player. And that's my favorite part of his game, is he's not selfish. He understands how to let the game come to him. And then when it's not there, he'll dish and get the ball to his teammates. And the foul.
Once again, another bad call. The play happening in front of a referee, but a referee on the baseline that's being blocked by all the big guys in the paint took it upon himself to make a call at the top of the key.
And they actually pay them to do that job?
Man.
R.J. Hampton rims out the free throw as Smart is controlling things and telling people where to go. Smart goes inside just to the right of a Little Elm defender so he can be in position for the rebound. And Scottlandville with a big lead right now as R.J. Hampton misses both free throws.
Lane violation against Scottlandville.
But they call a lane violation on the Hornets. And they're taking the referee is asking number 32, Ike Igwu, to leave. Does he have blood on his shorts?
Yes, he does.
So if you have any blood on you at all, they're going to make you come out of the game until you get that taken care of. So he's fine. It's just probably a cut.
I guess it's from a previous play. I think he got cut on the finger or something, or maybe somebody else's blood rubbed up on him.
And R.J. Hampton sinks a badly needed free throw. Timeout, Little Elm. As right now, so far, it's been the David Thomas and Javonte Smart show in the first quarter. 34-19, Scottlandville in control against the Little Elm Lobos. And again, we're really excited to be here. We'd like to thank Glenn Smith of DFW Hoops. This is his event. We'd also like to thank Josh. And I was trying to find his card so I can read off all of his jobs that he does, but there's probably too many. Oh, it fell on the floor. Joshua Woodson, Elite Market Manager, a.k.a. Mr. Everything. And because of him, I'm here today, so we'll certainly thank him for that.
I second that, Francois. I'm here because of him, too.
And just a terrific day of basketball. The sun is out. You couldn't be at a better spot right now unless you're, of course, some may argue about college football because a lot of the jockeying for playoff competition is being decided over the next couple of weeks. But it's been a minute since I've been able to do play-by-play on high school basketball. Couldn't be a better venue as Smart brings the ball up for Scottlandville. Back out to Smart. High pick and roll. Smart. Good decision, cross-court pass to David Thomas. Reese Beekman to Brandon Horton. David Thomas moving well without the basketball. Smart moving. Back screen coming. And there's Beekman, but they call carrying on David Thomas. 34-19, 5 minutes and 35 seconds left to go in the second quarter. As Little Elm brings up the basketball. Javion Williams. Quick pass at Hampton. Beekman on Hampton. Hampton with a tough shot from the corner. Offensive rebound, and the three ball launched by Javion Williams and cuts the lead to 12.
Good. Someone has to make shots other than R.J. Hampton. It's good to see Javion Williams with 2 3-pointers throughout the game so far.
Javion Smart. Hampton almost stole it. David Thomas looks. Back to Beekman. Back to Smart. Left wing. Gets a pick right. Smart looking. Back step. Misses the three. And I think that basketball is going to go off number 22, Brandon Hart. Possession, Little Elm.
But being such a pretty good shooter right now, right away, Javonte Smart knew the shot was off because it came off his wrist wrong, and he wasn't square up to the basket. But he didn't stand there and wait. He tried to get the ball back, but unfortunately it didn't happen. Oh, good follow.
Wow. And that time, Javion Williams drove to the hole, right side of the rim to finish. The ball came off the backboard, but Ike Igwu skied for the follow. But I think they called the foul, I guess, before he fouled up with the flush.
Well, this is set up because Javion has hit 2 3-pointers, so use his strengths. His strength is he's small, he's low center of gravity, he has good handle with the basketball. What he needs to do is handle the ball real low and get to the cup. And as a result, he's at the free throw line.
Yeah. Javion Williams at the line and drains it nothing but cotton. And the lead is 11. As ever so slowly, Little Elm is trying to creep back in this basketball game. David Thomas, good on the ball. Defense by Javion Williams. Back to it, back to Smart. Smart with mad handles. R.J. Hampton playing D. And Smart gets the shooter's roll on the runner, the two-hand runner, as he kind of worked his way to the left, went back to the right, and kind of threw it up there under control, though, and he rolled in.
See, one thing about it, instead of forcing the issue, he's always under control with the ball. And that's why he's off to get a nice balanced shot off instead of shooting an out-of-control shot. Good pass from Javion Williams.
And a battle underneath for the rebound. Hampton for three. And he misses. And a rebound by the sophomore, Jonathan Horton.
Strong rebound by the young fella.
To Horton. Back to Beekman. Or Beekman. David Thomas. Smart. He falls down. What a decision by Smart. But what a block by number 32, Ike Igwu. 13-point deficit. Little Elm down by 13. Javion Williams. Telegraphed his pass a little bit there. David Thomas, the third. Hampton missing badly from three. Right wing three. And almost threw the ball away. Javion Williams. Great backdoor cut by Hampton. And they call charging. And again, the sophomore, Jonathan Horton, doing all the things that don't show up on the stat sheet.
Once again, it's the others, but I think that was a bad call, even though he stuck it out and took it in the chest. He was so far up under the basket, he has to have a chance to come down. He was already committed in the air to make a layup. He didn't dribble. I don't think that was a good call, but I can't take nothing away from the young fella. He took his body, he sacrificed his body and took the charge.
Smart misses again. Igwu. Boy, he goes up strong too. He is his lift off the ground is, I'm telling you, because when he skied and flushed that one on the other end a few minutes ago, he was way over the rim for the gorilla dunk.
Jumping real strong down there. Nice strong body on him, and everything is with two hands is what you want to see out of a young player down low.
Good point. And right now, Rusty Sigler, head coach of Little Lamb, barking out instructions. Smart. Posed like he's going to get the three. Errant pass a little bit too low for Jonathan Horton. If he hits him in the chest, that's probably an easy finish.
Great. He went to the basket so hard and so direct. The man had to make a commitment, but what the pass was a little errant down low. But you have to give him a target. Get the man a target. He should have threw a little higher to the basket.
Deep three, Javion Williams, and here comes Bigman in transition. Bigman passes to Smart. David Thomas, when you leave him alone, he didn't knock that one down, and they're going to get Bigman for the foul.
He hasn't missed very many. That was like his first miss, I think, the first half. But hey, he's wide open. Once again, unselfish play. I've been saying unselfish throughout this whole broadcast, but he's unselfish. He could be forcing the ball, and we've seen throughout the earlier games when somebody thinks they have the hot end, they shoot the ball till they get on, or they keep shoot, but he's passed to the open man, which is infectious with the team.
Yeah, but I felt like Reese Bigman, he had a lane to the hole. You got to take that to the hole and try to finish and not try to throw the ball all the way cross court to Smart. I mean, you're a guard. I mean, you got to finish that one. Just go to the hole, get fouled. Maybe you finish, maybe not. But you got to have enough confidence to go to the hole on that play.
I think he didn't have the numbers, and I don't think he felt comfortable going.
Obviously not.
Yes.
Smart for three.
Oh.
Igwu on the boards. Here comes Hampton in transition. Great handles as he goes inside. Big time move. That's an all-world move coast to coast. He goes right, he goes left, goes inside, kind of hesitates. He's at the free throw line.
Way to attack the basket. They need to get easy basket right now. They're working a bit too hard to get the baskets they have. On the other side, you have Scottlandville exerting less effort as possible to get a bucket, and it's really coming easy to them.
Yeah, Little Lamb is really having to work really hard to get any basket that they get. And I think you just have to give credit to Scottlandville's defense. They're really painting them up, getting up in them. Their hands are active, and that's the way you play defensive basketball.
Exactly correct.
And Hampton is missing.
Way to get on the floor for the basketball.
Smart in transition and drives to the hole and finishes with his right hand from the left side.
So smooth.
Javion Williams, and I think they called the foul on the floor.
Shooting 2 shots from here on out.
Personal foul, Scottlandville number 10.
And
David Thomas III is
Little Lamb is in the bonus.
10 team fouls.
38-25, Scottlandville up by 13 with 1 minute and 17 seconds left to go in the first half. And he drains the first free throw.
Substitution.
To cut the lead to 12.
24, Shane Reed.
Shane Reed just checks in for number 12. So a strategic substitution with a little over a minute left in the first half. Smart brings it up, watching the clock. And he's barking out instructions on offense. Horton to Bigman. David Thomas.
Everything is crisp with Scottlandville, even getting open to get the ball. They make precise V-cuts. They're coming without the ball, waiting on the screen. Nice pull-up jump shot.
Now, that's a good shot by Bigman, and I think that's the second part of what needs to happen with them offensively. I mean, I think he can score the basketball if he just makes an effort to do so.
Yes.
Javion Williams.
With his 33-pointer of the first half.
And that was a deep three, nothing but the bottom of the bucket.
The young man does have range. Like I said, I did see him play early in the year, and he's capable of making that shot. If he keeps making that consistent, it's going to be hard for them to double-team R.J. Hampton in the near future.
Yeah, the only problem with his shot is it's a set shot, and it's not a jumper. So if the help comes fast enough and they close out on it, even if they do have to double-team, he's going to have all kind of problems getting his shot off. But obviously, to your point, more so than not, he's going to have that wide open three-point shot. And Reese Beekman, again, hits the three-pointer. My guy, to end the half. And at halftime, Scottlandville 43, Little M 30. Thanks so much for being with us. This is the 2017 Thanksgiving Hoopfest, brought to you by Witherspoon Law Group, which is a national law firm well known for achieving significant results in claims involving catastrophic injury and wrongful death matters with an extraordinary amount of knowledge, skill, experience, expertise, and their track record really speaks for itself. You can call them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 1-866-491-2130. Again, that number is 1-866-491-2130, or visit them on their website at www.twlawyers.com. Terrific first half, and I think it was everything, Mike, that was built up to be. We both saw Javion Smart play yesterday, how smooth, under control, game is slowed down for him, doing what he wants to do. And then he comes right out at the beginning of this game. He hits a 3 and a 2 and continues to play just like he played yesterday.
I think it was just a continuation from yesterday, him showing that he has command of every situation, showing no fear, coming here in Texas ready to conquer, coming from Louisiana, and showing everybody he is what he is. His name is what he says he is, and he's standing up to it.
And R.J. Hampton, it looked like they were, in the first half, they were trapping him, trying to get the basketball out of his hands. It seemed like it got him a little bit off because he's had, 3 shots from the right side of the floor that were not even close. And it really wasn't a whole lot of defense on him until he went inside. But I'm talking particularly the jump shots. They were way off. So I think you have to credit Scottlandville with doing a nice job of kind of getting him out of rhythm early. But I suspect that he's going to be a different player in the second half.
I think it was a great defensive scheme. It was a great defensive scheme because they were forcing him to the right. I think R.J. Hampton likes to shoot going to the left, so everything was going to the right for him, making him fade away from the basket to the baseline.
Yeah, that's a good point. Javonte Smart, 23 points in the first half, 4 assists. And then David Thomas with 15 points.
I think they slide him on some assists because one guy has 4 made 3-pointers, another one has 2 or 3. I think he has about 8 assists. I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like it's got a total of 7 assists.
Yeah.
No offensive rebounds, but 10 rebounds overall for Scottlandville. And then when you take a look at the statistics for Little Elm, you've got Javion Williams with 12. R.J. Hampton has had a quiet 8 with 2 assists. But right here, it's funny because it doesn't seem like that Little Elm out-rebounded Scottlandville, but they did. They got 12 total rebounds. But I think what jumps out to me, and the reason they're not getting just blown out completely, is because they had 5 offensive boards in the first half.
You're exactly correct. to offset Scottlandville going 15 out of 22 from the field compared to 10 out of 23 for Little Elm. Offensive rebounds give them more opportunities. As you said, the big fella down low, Igu down low, was strong down low, making his presence felt. But the poise from Scottlandville, I can't say it enough. And Devontae Smart keeping his team involved, and everybody showing that they can do anything they want to on the court and having confidence in his other teammates and giving them opportunity to shine. Your guy, like you said, hit him with 5 quick points before the end of the half. Maybe should have been 7 because he didn't take a layup that you felt he should have took. But then again, he still finished at the end of the half with 5 quick points.
And you know, at any points that Reese Bigman, David Thomas, Brandon Harden, and any trash buckets from Jonathan Horton just helps the cause, because that way, Smart doesn't feel like he's got to do, quote, everything, because he's getting point contributions from everybody else on the team.
Yesterday it was Brandon Hartman. Today it's Reese Beckman, and it's Jonathan Horton on the down low. He has a bevy of people to work with, and it's a joy to watch that everybody's contributing to the team.
Right, it's amazing. Total field goal percentage, Scottlandville is shooting 68% from the field to 43%, which is not too shabby for Little Elm. But again, Little Elm looking at 3-pointers, they're 3 of 12. They're shooting 25% from 3 versus 68% from 3 with Scottlandville. So it's hard to stay in a basketball game when the opposition is hitting 68% of the 3-point shot.
Like I said, yesterday it was Brandon Horton. Today is David Thomas III, going 5 or 6 from the 3-point line. All of them basically being wide open threes, set up by the dribble drive from Jonathan Horton off the screen, or the dribble drive from Devontae Smart coming off the Jonathan Horton screen. But the end result is a wide open shot, and they've been knocking them down.
And based on what you've seen them do to R.J. Hampton, particularly early in the game, like the first 5-6 minutes of the first quarter, and then it kind of carried into the second quarter. If you're the head coach for Little Elm, what are you telling your team at halftime to kind of free up Hampton, which in turn should open up some opportunities for everybody else?
Well, first of all, he has to become a passer now instead of thinking about getting the stats, which means he has to get his other teammates involved. I'm going to try to get down low and try to get some down low presence, which we have yet to see. We've seen them rebound real well at Little Elm down low. Let's see if they can score. The big man can score. Javian's trying to do the best he can outside, contributing some points to help him, but you got to get some down low presence.
Yeah, and I think Igu can be a force inside. When I go over and look at the stat sheet, he's got 1 point. I mean, so how much confidence do you have trying to go down inside? And then if it's not there, he's got to be cognitive of the passes back out so people can get open looks at the basket.
Well, between him and Will Harris.
Or cognizant, I should have said.
Will Harris and Eagle are the 2 people down low that are doing the most damage down low. Between them 2, I think they can get something going because of what I've been just about watching, but they haven't tried to go down low. You have to make an effort to go down low to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, and you know what? I look at this and I look at how smooth that Scottlandville plays, and to see them for the second time playing that way, they don't get out of sorts a lot. They stay within what they're doing, and for kids that young to be able to do that, I just think that's a tremendous job of coaching by Carlos Sample, because they stay within what they're doing no matter what happens. They keep getting the ball back to Smart, they move it, and they wait for good opportunities.
Coach Sample, judging the way the young kids are being prepared for the game, is doing an excellent job coaching. You know what you're going to get out of Devontae Smart because he's your senior leader, but you don't know what you're going to get from your others. And they're stepping up to the occasion like, we've been here before, and it's nothing new to us.
Yeah, I mean, they play really, really smooth, really, really smooth.
And yesterday was no fluke.
Yeah, I can see that. Because I almost wanted to say, I said, well, I understand that for one game. Let me see what they do tomorrow. But it's just like they picked up where they left off.
He had 27 the first half, as in Javonte Smart yesterday. He has 23 the first half. Still took 8 for 12 shots. Yesterday he was 11 for 13. How much more efficient can you get?
Yeah, and the shot selection is good too. He only takes shots in rhythm at the right time. You know, it takes that I don't think that can be discussed enough. It takes a really good player to understand the moments in a basketball game. When to take the shot, when to pass it, when to get to the foul line. I mean, there's more to playing basketball than just going out there and shooting the ball.
And he definitely could have shot more shots than he shot this first half because he was open a lot. But he, being an unselfish player and knowing time and score, knowing there's a better shot that can be had, he's making an extra pass.
He absolutely does. Smart with the basketball. To Horton, or excuse me, check that. That was Horton, right? Beekman, my guy Beekman. To Smart. They're patient. What a fake. Right elbow. It rimmed out.
What a ball fake.
Yeah, that was a tremendous ball fake.
He created space with a ball fake.
Yeah, with a ball fake. Because you just never know what he's going to do.
His third personal, first team foul.
Hampton coming down with the ball. To Javion Williams. We're looking for Hampton. Hampton freed up for three. He just can't knock it down. And there's Igwu. Boy, that young man right there has got mad hops as he throws it down for the bucket. 11-point lead, 7 minutes left to go in the third quarter. 43-32 Scotland. No look pass inside to number 5, Jonathan Horton. On the break, coast to coast, R.J. Hampton. Smart to answer. Comes under control. Misses the entire rim. And Hampton, good job of not touching the basketball again as the ball is out on Beekman. Little Elm will inbound the basketball from underneath their own basket.
See if they can get some down low.
That's what you said. They look inside the Igwu. And Williams, Brandon Crossley drives inside.
Good job to the big fella.
Yeah, and I think he's going to get the beneficiary or the benefit of getting the foul. And they've got him at the line preparing to shoot 2 free throws.
Once again, the foul discrepancy is kind of lopsided right now. But, you know, you have to play through that. There are 2 early fouls in the third quarter already. They were already shooting double bonus in the last quarter. Let's see if Little Elm can keep going to the bucket and pick up some cheap fouls on Scottlandville.
And he does not get the shooter's roll. Rebound, Brandon Hart. David Thomas, back to Hart and Smart. Right wing. Smart looking for the cutter. Not there. Harden back to Smart as they're patient, very patient. Smart looking. Smart passes the basketball. And Beekman shoots the 3 and misses. He's not a pick and pop guy. I think he's the kind of guy, he's got to have his feet already set and then take the shot, which is why I think that shot was off. R.J. Hampton for the basket and the finish and a possible 3-point play.
A little bit of NBA continuation.
They really need continuation in high school basketball.
Oh, goodness. Wow. That's the last thing we need.
Oh, my God. 6-point lead all of a sudden, and the lead has been cut to 5. Smart brings it up. High screen. Smart looking, guarded by R.J. Hampton. Harden to Bigman. Bigman looking inside. Good pass, David Thomas. Back around to Hart. Good ball movement. But the defense for Little Elm is moving. Smart for three. He rims off. Smart on the rebound. He's looking for a cutter. Good patience. And he decides to take the three again. And he misses two straight. Good rebound that time by number 22, Brandon Harden. Talk about being Johnny on the spot after two misses from three by Smart. They get kind of a trash bucket to extend the lead to 7.
Jonathan Horton, even though he's not getting the ball, he's creating crevices down low because of his low gravity of space. He's creating space down low, and everybody's being able to run and get the rebounds, just like we just saw, a jump rebound, put back for a shot.
Yeah, and I think a lot of things that Jonathan Horton does is also helping Brandon Harden too.
Yes.
Because Jonathan Horton is one of those just trash can kind of players. He's going to do everything, again, as you mentioned earlier, that does not show up on the stat sheet. But, boy, you always want a player like that on your basketball team. And he's just a sophomore.
Just a sophomore. He showed he could score yesterday. Today he's more of a dirty style player today, getting the dirty rebounds, setting nice screens, getting his teammates open, but he's not getting up on any of the plays. He's hustling from end to end. Good job.
That's a really good job. 5 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in the second quarter. 45-38. Scottlandville with the lead. Little Elm with the ball. Javion Williams across to Hampton. Back to Williams. They're trapping at half court. Getting the ball out of Hampton's hands once again. Here's the three ball from way outside. Rebound, Little Elm. Igwu back up with the follow. And it's a 5-point game. And the momentum, Mike, seems to be just switching just a little bit to the Little Elm side. Bigman. David Thomas. A corner three. No good. Rebound. Jonathan Horton had the rebound and lost it. And R.J. Harmon explodes by David Thomas. I mean, he just hit another gear, and he was to the basket like light speed. There's no way to defend that. That's just saying I'm quicker than you, I'm better than you, I'm just a better basketball player. I'm just going to go by you. Tremendous drive that time. Baseline.
Good help defense.
Out to Harmon.
Even though it seems like you said the momentum has changed, it doesn't seem like Scottlandville is not out of control. They're still in control. They're settling down. They're showing no panic.
Harmon, deep three, NBA three from the left wing from R.J. Hampton, who before it's over he could have 25 Division I offers.
Finally got one to fall. I know it's good to see you as a shooter. You want to see one go in.
Yeah. You want to see one go in. But where he shot it from was like a Steph Curry three. So in terms of distance, I don't think it's a good idea to fall in love with shooting threes from that far out.
And you're exactly correct. And that's what Scottlandville wants him to do. Fall in love with that long tray ball because you're not consistent out there shooting it.
Smart. Great handles. Smart to the inside. What a look inside. What a no-look pass from Smart to number 22, Brandon Harden, with the left-handed finish.
Just like I said, even though the tide seems like it's changing, Scottlandville is still in control because of Javonte Smart.
Javion Williams, back to Brandon Crossley, back to Williams. It's almost like he wanted to take that long set shot three. As I just mentioned, he will hit that set shot from about 50 feet out. Javion Williams makes it a 1-point game. Good look inside again. Great ball fake from number 22, Brandon Harden, as Smart shows that not only he's a scorer, but he can also be a facilitator as well.
And right on cue, just like yesterday, Brandon Harden is showed two quick baskets here in the second half. First half, it was David Thomas III. Now it's right back to Brandon Harden showing up in due time.
And timeout on the floor. And I believe that, I want to say Rusty Segler, the head coach of Little Elm, called that timeout. But he didn't look like he was a happy camper when the kids got over there. I know that. But right now, it's 49-46. At Scottlandville, if you remember, they were up 16 at one point. And I knew that coming out of halftime, they were going to make some adjustments. That's why I was asking you, what do you think they're going to do? And it looks like the adjustments have worked to perfection. It's got them back in the game.
Yes, and it's coming from the others. It's a collective effort. Started from inside from the two big fellas, Hampton with a three, Javion with a three, back in the game.
And Hampton tries the three. No look pass, back to Hampton. Reverse blocked by Horton. And the teardrop by R.J. Hampton from the right corner.
Ready to stay with it.
Puts him within one. Smart and Hampton on display. Smart and Hampton back on display. Top of the key. Smart, what a move inside. And Smart
just took it from him.
He just took the basketball. Terrific offensive rebound. He made it look so easy. He finishes with a chance to convert the three-point play.
Will Harris, the second personal, second team foul. At the free throw line, Javante Smart.
I think it's safe to say he does it all.
Yes, sir.
And
makes free
converts
throws.
the three-point play. Scottlandville back up by 4. R.J. Hampton, top of the key, guarded by Beekman. Ball given up to Javion Williams. Javion Williams, and there's the cue. Skies, and skies again, and they can't get him off the boards.
Way to stay with it, big fella.
Harmon resetting. Harmon wants it. What a drive inside, but he didn't finish. Smart with the rebound. Coming in transition. Smart in the lane. The teardrop. Nothing but cotton. As Smart, staying under control in transition, gets in the lane and finishes to go up by 6 points.
It seems like they're letting him come back so he can explode again. I know I ain't supposed to say that, but my God. Okay, just when you thought your tide turned, what happened? Boom, boom, boom. Javante Smart.
Yeah. Javante, I'm telling you, boy.
Come on.
It's just a matter of time. It's coming.
Make him play. He needs to make me play.
And they call the foul on R.J. Hampton. He's got 3 right now with 1 minute and 21 seconds left to go.
And if he's not careful, he's going to pick up his 4th.
Exactly. And they've got him guarding Smart, who can definitely put him in a 4th foul type situation.
Yep.
Smart brings it down, pulls up from 3, and drains it.
Hey.
And he's talking about it.
Yeah, like I said.
He's talking about it. And you know what? The ball is not hitting the rim. It's nothing but cotton. And a great lead pass, really, to be quite honest. That was a terrific pass from Javion Williams. Harmon has got to get that pass and go up and throw that one down.
R.J. Hampton is, instead of getting a verbal battle with Javante Smart, which he's not winning, was unable to catch the ball going baseline because he's not focused on what he needs to be focused on. Now you just got a 3 in your face. Now he's coming back. Now you have bait. Could have been his 4th again.
And Smart, he's trying to do him again. Step back 3.
Got him.
What a shot.
Hey.
As Javion Smart is putting all of it on display. Across through his leg dribble. He steps back, hits the 3. And boy, he's putting on a clinic. And the foul by Little Elm again.
That's his 4th.
As if for all you youngsters that are listening out there and watching, if you want to learn how to play textbook basketball, I tell you what, just take a look at number 1 from Scottlandville. and he'll show you a few things that you need to know.
Intentional foul assessed against Little Elm number 14.
See,
RJ.
it started with the talking. If you can't talk and play, you need to see the play. It shows that Javonte Smart, being a senior, took it upon himself to get R.J. Hampton out of his game and get in the talking conversation. Now, as a result, you miss the ball at this end, you come down and get a double foul. He shoots 2 3-pointers in your face while you're guarding him, and you pick up a double foul.
Yeah.
Intentional. Now you got your 4th foul. You have to go to the bench. You're not helping your team at all.
And as you said, if you can talk and play, because some players can, they'll talk to you and still go for 30 and shut you down on defense. But if you can't talk and play, you need to be quiet and play.
Now they have to switch him up off and put a smaller player on Javonte White. Now he's at bait.
And this is a mismatch right here.
Yes, it is.
You got Brandon Crossley trying to guard Smart. And Smart, what a pass. Oh! What a pass. 60-48. Scottlandville in the lead on a tremendous display of basketball by Javonte Smart. And Mike, as you said, I think if it's any way that LSU does not come away with Javonte Smart, they're going to fire everybody in the basketball program at LSU.
And I agree. And I agree, as they should.
And he's already committed, and we understand he's got to sign his course schedule. We understand that. But, boy, I'd probably be in his living room every weekend making sure that when he signs his classes, it's going to be at LSU.
Yes, sir. He just like he flicked the switch. This when you thought, like you said, the tide turned. I didn't think it did because he showed such calmness about himself and the way he approaches a game. I knew he was in control, and as a result, the last 3 minutes were all him.
Yeah, he's just got a terrific smoothness to his game. He doesn't, and if you notice, when he drained that first three, not the step back, he was looking over there and talking, and then he comes back, between the leg, step back, deep NBA three, and drains that one. He didn't really say too much. He was just backing up at that point. I just love his demeanor, as you mentioned before this game, and just the way he plays. He's a tremendous player.
It's a pleasure to see coming from a young player like this.
Smart brings it up. Fourth quarter. The lead had gotten down to 1. And Scottlandville, put an end to the Little Elm run and went back up by 12. 7 minutes and 39 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter, as Little Elm has somewhat of a mountain to climb. Brandon Crossley back to Harmon. Harmon inside. Great move by R.J. Hampton. And I think I said Harmon earlier. Check that. It's Hampton. R.J. Hampton. A tremendous move. Inside, in traffic. Backspin on the ball. And now he's about to convert the three-point play.
He has to work so hard to get his buckets, though. He's going to be exhausted after the game.
Yeah, because they're not giving him anything easy.
No. He had to work so hard for the basket.
The lead is 9. Up the floor.
Nice ahead pass, though.
Yeah, the pass went up to Tayron Joseph, and he tried to finish with his left hand from the left-hand side of the basket and overshot it.
Number 10, David Thomas III, is fourth.
And, there's a lot of basketball left to be played. He's got to make that shot.
Yes, you're exactly correct. Only up 9 right now.
Harmon, Hampton. What a feed inside to number 34, Draylon Rose, as R.J. Hampton shows that he can facilitate as well.
which is a good job because he doesn't need the force. But my man right back at him, just when you thought it was changed, right back at him.
And Smart comes right back down and finishes. Boy, he is a tremendous player.
Hey.
And I think it's safe to say that he's probably going to make his free throw.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and I jinxed him. I jinxed him.
We're doing a good job of that.
We are. Hampton with a sky jumper from the left side of the floor from about 18 feet out, and suddenly the lead is 7.
Sean, good poise from the young man.
And Smart just won't allow it as he pulls up from between the free throw line and the top of the key and drains the jumper from about 18 feet out.
Brandon Crossley is entirely too small, standing at 6 feet when Javion White is almost 6'5". He can just turn and shoot him anytime he wants to. Good drop.
In rhythm. Scottlandville in rhythm in transition coming down the floor, and the foul.
Personal foul, number 1.
On Brandon Crossley.
16th foul.
And Terrion Joseph is going to the line to shoot 2.
Rare miss from the free throw line.
And making your free throws right now at this critical juncture in the game is paramount to your success. The lead is 9. And he misses both of them. Rebound Igwu. Javion Williams pushing the basketball behind the back dribble. Inside, hard off the glass. Smart coming down in transition. Slows the game down. Always under control. Looking. Right wing, goes left with his dribble. The flamingo jumper from the free throw line and the foul. And as you mentioned, I think Brandon Crossley is not going to make a living trying to guard Javion Smart.
Entirely too small, trying to crowd him instead of give him a little bit of space so he can recover a little bit use his quickness. He's too tall and too crass of a player to crowd the young man like that.
Yeah, you can't crowd him.
Too efficient.
Now, you're too small. So if you leave some separation between you and him and count on your quickness, that's the only way you're going to be able to try to guard him.
And that's what happens because as a result, R.J. Hampton picking up 4 early fouls. The size has to get taken off the man. Now you have to put a shorter defender on him.
And they really, as far as I can tell, Mike, they don't have anybody else to go to that they can put on Smart so that Hampton doesn't have to guard him and he can focus more on the offensive end.
Yeah, I don't think they have anybody either. If by now they would have put him in.
Exactly. They're forced to have him guard Smart. And the runner in the lane, R.J. Hampton.
Hey, we've seen the whole package for the young man. At least he said instead of just going only jump shots, he's mixing it up a little bit. He's too little.
Yeah, he just can't. They can't handle Smart.
Hey, it's a heavy dose of this young man. How you want it?
Yeah,
3-point jumper,
you want
layup,
mid-range,
pass, mid-range, crossover. He got 41 points right now.
Free throw line, 41 points.
41 with 5 minutes to go in the fourth.
5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
He had 23 at halftime.
Javonte Smart has 41 points, and he's really scoring and defending every way you can score and defend. And drains the free throw.
And counting. We might get a nickel today.
10-point lead. So it's almost like it doesn't matter what Little M does and R.J. Hampton. Smart just comes right back and answers.
That's why that tide I said would never turn, it hasn't turned thus far. That's a force.
Yeah, he tried to force that on the reverse. Rebound, Scottlandville. Smart in transition. Smart steps back under control, resets the offense. What a tremendous decision in transition.
They went to off guard to flatten out because he's going to dribble drive. Right, he's mismatch right now. Mismatch.
Again, no shot clock in high school basketball. Good cross-court pass to David Thomas.
Still a mismatch. They had to put the big man on, but he's too slow. Now they're in the bonus.
Here's the bonus.
And he hasn't been missing any free throws, so this might go the other way.
Yeah, I think he missed one when I jinxed him a few minutes ago.
But he's right back on track.
Because the last one he made didn't hit the rim
Didn't hit the rim at all.
Yank.
43 and counting.
For Scottlandville, Smart.
Excuse me, 42 and counting.
And when he puts on about 10 to 12 pounds of muscle, when he gets to that Division I level, boy, he is going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Yes, I can see his frame. He has a nice frame on him.
Yeah, he does. 12-point lead, Scottlandville. And Javion Williams gets the roll on the runner.
Nice runner.
Timeout on the floor. With the score, Scottlandville 69, Little Elm 59. And you would think, Mike, with the absolute clinic that Javonte Smart has put on with 43 points, with 4 minutes and 27 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter, you would think it feels more like the lead ought to be 30, but it's only 10. So if you're Rusty Segler, you're in the huddle right now, what are you telling your team? Because they still have a chance, believe it or not, to win this basketball game.
Well, first I would tell them it's one possession at a time. Keep playing defense and rebound, and make sure we rebound as a committee. Don't take bad shots, and we're okay. We had it cut down to like 1 or 2, but as you know, they had on the other side, Mr. White. We just got to take one possession at a time.
And it's almost like they may have to go at this point in the game, and I know there's 4:27 left, but it seems to me either now or at some point within the next minute and a half of the game, you've got to go to some trapping type stuff to get the ball out of Smart's hands. Because if you're just going to let him pull up out here and dribble and pick what he wants to do, he's going to kill you. Because he has thus far.
Well, the key right now, they're in the bonus, so everything should be going to the rim for them. And like you said, but if they do run a double at Mr. Smart, he hits the open man very well. And the way they've been knocking those shots down, I don't see them to stop.
But you know what? If I'm going to lose, I'm going to try to take the ball out of his hands and let somebody else beat me. Because in my opinion, I've got a better shot with him not having the ball.
Once again, a mismatch. He's too slow. He's too slow.
Yeah, way too slow.
He's too slow.
He just
dropping dimes.
What a pass.
Yeah.
What a pass.
Slow.
What a tremendous pass to Brandon Harden.
Yeah.
And he's been kind of lurking down low in that painted area, just outside the lane. He's always been available for that pass.
Whole first half, he wasn't getting it. Now he's getting the ball, and he's making the most of his opportunity. Excuse me.
Brandon Harden at the line, shooting 2 free throws. He misses the first one. He was shooting.
He was shooting 2.
I thought that was 2 shots. They're in the bonus, aren't they?
No, not yet, but that was a 2-shot foul.
No, they're not in the bonus. Yeah, it was a 2-shot foul. But they treated like it was a 1-and-1. R.J. Hampton hits a 3-ball.
That's all right.
The lead was at 7. Now it's back to 9. Hampton running the floor as he scores, and they're going to call the foul.
Personal foul, Scottlandville, number 22.
On Brandon Harden.
Brandon Harden is fourth personal.
And as I mentioned, Little Elm is still in this game.
Yes, they are.
It's a 7-point game. If he makes this one, the lead is 6. And he drains it. Substitutions.
For Scottlandville, number 5.
Jonathan Horton coming in.
Jonathan Horton.
Replacing Brandon Harden. And here we go. It looks like we're going to have a photo finish. Smart inside and drives hard to the hole. He drives hard to the hole, and he's just fine. He's getting up.
Personal foul, number 32, Mike Ibu, his third personal. 10 team fouls.
Shoot two.
That's just good, tough basketball inside.
But as you see, he's not settling, what most players do. He knows they're in the bonus. He knows they have no one that can check him. Get what he wants at any time. He's going to the bucket, and once again, he's at the free throw line.
Now, this should be a two-shot foul.
Either way, yes.
And he drains the first one. 3:34 left. Scottlandville up 72-65. They'll be going for the rebound on this one. And he drains both, and the lead is ballooned back up to 8.
Javonte Smart with 47 points and counting. Might get that nickel today, Francois.
He just might. Harmon, great move, jumper from the right elbow, in rhythm, terrific shot. And it looks like, I think, a 20-second timeout being called by Rusty Segler, the head coach of Little M Lobos, as R.J. Hampton knifes to the elbow, the right elbow, and pulls up and hits the 15-foot jumper. We thank everybody so much for being with us at the 2017 Thanksgiving Hoopfest. We are live from Sandra Meadows Memorial Arena in Duncanville, Texas, home of the Duncanville Panthers. And this event is being presented by Witherspoon Law Group. The Witherspoon Law Group is a national firm well known for achieving significant results in claims involving catastrophic injury and wrongful death matters with an extraordinary amount of knowledge, skill, experience, expertise, and their track record really speaks for itself. 24/7, you can call them at 1-866-491-2130, 1-866-491-2130, or visit them at their website at www.twlglawyers.com. Smart with the basketball.
And a mismatch.
And yet another mismatch. As Smart is just going to toy with him. And he's too quick. You can't take the ball away from him. And he's not going to shoot it.
Doesn't have to.
He doesn't have to shoot it. He's making a move with the basketball. What a look inside.
Woo! By your guy. Big fella went and got that.
He went and got it. Igwu.
He went and got that.
Boy, he went and I thought he was going to throw that one out to Camp Wisdom somewhere.
Hey, that's one of the quickest jumps for a big man I've seen in a long time, and strong and powerful with it.
I really think quietly that number 32 for Little Elm, once he gets in that weight room real tough, boy, he is going to be hard to handle down inside because he's athletic. He's not just a big guy, but he's an athlete that's got mad hops. So as he gets stronger, I just feel like he's going to be a terrific player, but he needs to work on his offensive game as well.
Good rebound by Javonte Smart. And once again, going to the free throw line, shooting two.
He's been there all night.
Can I say nickel? We want to see a nickel, Francois.
I think he's going to go for 50. What's he got, 48?
He got 47. I think he has 47 right now.
There's 2:23 left. He'll have 50 before the game is over.
48.
Yeah. And he's got such a smooth release at the free throw line, really good rotation on the basketball. It's not, he doesn't shoot a knuckleball.
No.
The rotation is always there. And Drano for 2 more points.
Don't even look like he's sweating.
8-point lead, 2:20 left.
49.
He's at 49 points. R.J. Hampton with the ball, forces the jumper, and draws the foul from number 2, Reese Beekman. I think it's going to be on Beekman. But he is going to the line to shoot 2.
Good contest. Way to stay with it, R.J. Hampton. This young man has a lot of promise, and hopefully he can stick with it. Just think if we just saw this at the beginning of the game, how much closer the game would have been. But then again, Javonte Smart always is answering the call. If there's a challenge, he's up for the challenge.
And defensively in the first half, they were getting the basketball out of Hampton's hands and forcing somebody else to do it. But I guess it looks like they made a few adjustments at halftime and got him in situations where he could score, and he has scored the ball a little bit better in the second half.
And as I said, he likes to go to the left. Nothing's on this side of the court as compared to earlier in the game. He was all on the right-hand side. Everything is on the left-hand side for him.
Smart with the ball. And we're under 2 minutes to go in the basketball game.
Playing with these dudes.
Yeah, and his handles are mad, to say the least. I mean, he's double teamed with hands coming inside, below his waist. He still manages to keep his dribble alive to try to pass the ball. And
with his head up.
Yeah, with his head up. And he's at the free throw line yet again.
Guess what? That's 50.
And there's 50.
We got a nickel, Francois.
We got a nickel.
We got us a nickel.
50 points.
That's right.
50 points for Mr. Smart.
Like I said, I was here when Darian Fox had like 48 or 38 and a half, but he hurt his ankle. He was unable to play the second half. He would have definitely he might have got 60. But this young man is going to work.
Okay, Williams on the steal. They go back and forth on the steals, and Javion Williams finishes on the right side of the basket with the bucket. A minute 30 to go. It's a 7-point game, and Smart drives to the hole.
And guess what?
And gets the call once again as he goes right back to the free throw line.
There he goes.
Understanding the moment, knowing that they need to get to the line, keep attacking the basket, and keep putting the pressure on Little Elm. 51.
No, that's 52.
Oh, 52, excuse me.
Yes, sir. I got you.
Yeah, I stand corrected. Doesn't get the shooter's roll on that one. On that one, here comes R.J. Hampton with the ball. They trap, as I mentioned a little earlier. Get the ball out of his hands. Deep three, way off that time. And they called a foul, believe it or not, on Terrion Joseph. I mean, I didn't see a foul from beyond the arc, and now he's shooting 3 free throws.
Once again, the officiating crews that we've been seeing have not been on the same page. Phantom calls all over the place. Let the gentleman decide on the court and get the whistle out your mouth. Man.
Like I said earlier, are they really paying him for this?
This is incredible.
As he sinks the first free throw, we've got a minute and 13 left to go in the game. As Scottlandville is up 78-71. But Little Elm trying to make a push, even though Javion Smart has 53 points. 78-71, a 7-point game. And I'm looking around at the crowd, and everybody looks like they're on the edge of their seat for this one to see how it's going to wind up. Hampton, he makes all 3 of them.
R.J. Hampton with 37 points. Nice strong showing.
Yeah, nice strong showing. 5-point game. 5-point game. Smart picked up his dribble a little bit too early that time, and they called the foul
on Javion Williams.
On Javion Williams.
Number 2, Javion Williams is.
Should we go for a double nickel, Francois?
It looks like we're going there because that Scottlandville is in the bonus.
Can we get a double nickel?
That's 54.
Ooh.
79.
A double nickel.
Yeah. 79-73, 6.
He is cooking. Yes, sir, young man. That's a beautiful thing. I love it.
7-point game, and they trap Hampton once again. It grew back to Hampton. Hampton drives inside, and they're going to get him for blocking on that one. And that was a good call by the ref. Terrion Joseph on the block.
2 shots.
And that's going to be a 2-shot foul with 52 seconds left to go in the game.
R.J. Hampton at the line for
I like what
shooting 2.
the coaches for Scottlandville were doing in this last minute, Mike, is knowing that Hampton was going to get the basket. They're trapping him, trying to get the ball out of his hands so he can't run down and hit a couple of threes. All of a sudden, it's a one-point game. Good job of coaching within the last 2 minutes of the basketball game.
Very good, very good, very good. And they also know how to get the ball where they need to get it, so the right person is shooting the free throws. Not to say the other kids can't shoot, but right now my man has a hot hand. Go to the person that has a hot hand and a nice rhythm.
And Scottlandville inbounds the basketball to Smart. Little Elm picking up full court. Beekman, good pass. They get it to Smart, and the ball is out of bounds off number 34, Draylon Rose, and that was close. It's 80-75, 5-point game. Good decision to bring it back out and
Good
get
job.
it back to Smart.
Good patience.
Excellent decision.
Well-coached team.
Because he could have panicked right there and taken that shot.
And he's playing with him.
And look,
Play with him, man.
what a move to just kiss it off the glass. But Hampton comes right back. And we've got a timeout on the floor. 17 seconds left to go in the game. And the Scottlandville Hornets lead the Little Elm Lobos 82-77 on Mike, what we knew was going to be exactly what we've seen. We've got R.J. Hampton. He might be at 40 points. We've got Javion Smart that has eclipsed the 50 mark. I mean, I just don't know how much better it can get than watching these two kids go at each other.
A lot of poise being shown from Javante Smart, but I also like the no give up in the R.J. Hampton, coming out trying to establish himself as a young player, an up-and-coming player, and not letting the first half discourage him from going hard the second half. You know, that says a lot for the young man. Somebody's instilled a good work ethic into him, and he's still coming after. He isn't giving up. He's still fighting. But Mr. Smart, whoo.
Yeah, he is. He's unbelievable. And, you know, and again, I thought that Rusty Siegler, the head coach of Little Elm, little subtle adjustments, little subtle coaching moves, got him back in the game. And then, conversely, Carlos Sample, the head coach of Scottlandville, had his adjustments based on what Siegler did. Nice little subtle coaching moves being made within the last 5 minutes, I thought was a quality job of coaching by both teams.
Personal foul, Little Elm, number 2, Javion Williams. Second personal.
Javion Williams on the foul.
Javante Smart at the free throw.
Young man is complaining, but you're too small.
Yeah.
He would have got the ball either way.
Yeah. And I don't think I need to say who's back at the free throw line again, do I?
No, sir,
I
Mr.
think
Smart.
we all know who's at the free throw line. He gets the shooter's roll on the first one.
That's 58, correct?
And this one may not touch the rim at all. As
59?
I thought.
59 points, young man.
Woo-wee!
Personal foul.
They called a tech.
Technical foul assessed against Little Elm, number 2, Javion Williams.
They called a tech on Javion Williams. And Rusty Siegler, head coach of Little Elm, was out talking to him. And I mean, did you see what they teed him up for? Okay, so he said, ref said the two been talking a lot. And so because of that, he opened his mouth one time too many and got teed up.
That's why Javante Smart has a chance to get 60.
Look at that rotation on that free throw shot.
And that's
Nice
60.
and smooth. Is that 60? He's at 60. What a display.
You might just
Smart.
let him go.
15 seconds.
Let him go. You can't make a 10-point play.
85-77. I think it's safe to say Scottlandville rather, is going to win this game. R.J. Hampton throws up the three. And our final score, Scottlandville 85, Little Elm 77. And you know what? I'm really disappointed, Mike. to be honest with you, I really don't want to leave right now.
Right. I don't want you to leave either.
But I have to, because the wife is sitting right behind me, and I won't have a place to live.
Hey, like I said, I only got a 1-bedroom. I'll let you sleep on the couch. I'll let you sleep on the couch.
She may not do that. She may put all the stuff out on the street, and you go fend for yourself.
Right.
You know? But just, again, Scottlandville, Javante Smart shows why that everybody was after him, already committed to LSU, 60 points. And, I mean, his game, I think, Mike, is just off the charts on both ends of the floor.
Such composure, time and score, knows the situation, knows the importance of how it is to get his team involved, knowing how important it was not to give the ball up at the wrong time, so he wasn't shooting the free throws at the end of the game, and victory.
Yeah, and R.J. Hampton wasn't too shabby. I think he might have gone for 40. But without Smart, Scottlandville never would have been in this basketball game.
Not at all. Great display 2 days in a row. It was a pleasure watching him play. And I hope big things for this young man down the line.
Absolutely. Good working with you. We'll do it again sometime.
My pleasure.
I'm Francois Ransom, along with Mike Christian, who's doing color commentary.
You all right?
And but I think we're waiting on the interview. This will be my last game today, but we're waiting for. I think he's trying to get an interview with Smart, who again just dropped 60. And if you just joined us, this is the 2017 Thanksgiving Hoopfest, live from Sandra Meadows Memorial Arena. And I think he's ready. Let's go to Angel. He's down there with Javion Smart.
How many did you have? So we're here with Javante Smart. Congratulations on the single greatest individual performance Thanksgiving Hoopfest has seen with 63 points today. Congratulations. First off, is today a special day for you for any reason?
Yeah, today my dad's birthday. He died, and today his birthday. I just want to give it all to him.
Well, I'm sure he'll be very proud of your performance, man. You showed ability to score at all 3 levels with ease, man. What was the biggest thing you worked on between your junior and senior season to come back to be able to put together games like that?
The mid-range, because I always want to go all the way or shoot the 3. I just got to learn how to stop and pull up, and that's what I've been working on for the past 3 years, and I finally got it, and I just want to keep getting better at it.
Hey, well, you're doing a tremendous job. Keep up the good work. Man, all the coaches on the sideline were impressed with your performance, man. Again, congratulations. All right, thank you, man.
What's your name?
Back to you guys up there.
Yeah. We're back at the 2017 Thanksgiving Hoopfest, live from Sandra Meadows Arena. And I hate to leave you, but I'm going to have to turn it over to the next guy. Again, really enjoyed being with you today. Thanks go out to Glenn Smith of DFW Hoops for allowing me to be here. Also Joshua Woodson, the elite market manager, and Josh Stokes, who's done a tremendous job working the board. So with that, we'll be back with the next game coming up, Mansfield Timberview versus Booker T. Washington, live from the 2017 Thanksgiving Hoopfest here at Sandra Meadows Arena.